Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. I'm going to attempt to do this in 2 minutes because for some reason my camera keep cutting off. My mic ain't working right. And it's like, this is supposed to take less than 5 minutes. And why is it taking 20 minutes? A repost, or not necessarily repost, reiteration of I have a tab in service. $25 a guitar lesson chord, $35 for bass. And the reason why I'm doing this video because, you know, sometimes I get new viewers and subscribers and they don't understand. Because I get somewhere about 75 to 100 requests a day. Could you do this for me? Could you do this? Those videos take me anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours to do. And unfortunately, I don't have 2 hours and a half to give for free. I just don't have it. If I had it, I would give it, you know, like I used to 8 years ago when I first started this. But the channel has grown, and I appreciate that. But you got people that don't realize that you're not the first one that asked today. I sometimes get 75 to 100 people asking today, could you do that for me? Could you do this? I can't. It would be unfair to the people that get it and pay me for my service. You know, James Smith started this about 7 years ago because back then I had time and only had 100 subscribers. And he said, could you do this song for me? I'll pay you for your time because that's what a man does. He pays another man for his service. He don't expect to have his hand out begging, you know. So I just thought I would post this video if you're interested. You know, in the service, again, $25 for guitar lessons, $35 for bass. Run the song past me first before we agree that it can be done. You know, because sometimes it doesn't sound good on guitar. Sometimes it's a piano-based song, and even sometimes it's a guitar song, but with the voices being so unique to themselves, sometimes it doesn't lock in. And I try my best not to post anything that's kind of like, that was okay, Morris, man. You know, because I learned many years ago when I first started doing this, people would shoot you down if it ain't right. So I'm like, my guitar's always tuned because that was one of the things I used to get back in the day. And that was just trolling. Tune your guitar, dude, you know. So, you know, I make sure that every time I pick up my guitar to do a cover, every day, several times a day, I tune my guitar because I don't want to hear that nonsense because it's nonsense. But again, if you're interested in learning a song, because this is a personal request, you know, $25 a song, $35 for bass. And again, run it past me first. Once we agree on it, you submit your payment, you get your song within 24 hours. And sometimes, 24, 48 at the most, but it's extremely rare that it takes 48 hours to get you your song that you pay for. It's usually about 24 hours. You know, I'm going to try to continue. And if the camera just shuts off or if I just stop talking, you know that the camera shut off. But it's important to mention these things because it's interesting. In every probably video that I do like this, because I'm going to do this every other week so people will know. Because the majority of people that ask, they don't know. They don't know that a whole bunch of other people ask. I'm already fielding in the request that people are paying me for. And then I got my studio work. Because this is to help you guys. Because $25 don't do nothing for Morris, man. I appreciate it, but here is the math. On any given day when I got studio work, which several times a week, I get paid anywhere from $175 to $275. But I ain't gonna go into why I'm that high, I cost that much. But so do the math. You know, I'm gonna spend a couple hours over here getting paid $150 an hour, or I'm gonna come over here and spend 3 hours for $25. You do the math. So I say that to stress upon you guys, this is for you. This is not Morris, man, fiending for $25 or, you know, he waiting around all day trying to get, no. I'm trying to help you guys like guys back in the day when I first started help me. So I'm just trying to give back, you know. So it's important to make that statement because sometimes people don't know. You know, the Morris, man, broken, he would need to, no, I don't. You know, I'm trying to help you guys, you know. But here's an interesting story. Like I said, I hope my camera doesn't cut off. I had a guy contact me because he was looking for Manic. And Manic, you couldn't reach him at that point because he disabled all his comments. And then they was doing away with the inbox, which I kind of missed. So he caught me on Facebook. He said, I was trying to reach Manic and I can't reach him. I said, yeah, you can't reach him anymore. He said, I had a song I wanted him to help me with, and I was hoping, could you? I'm like, sure. You know, I have a tabbing service. So he told me the song. I'm like, yeah, it's not a problem. I have a tabbing service. Go through that, and we get you set up. And he said, Oh, never mind, I can do this by myself. I said to myself, if you could have, why didn't you do that? Why did you contact or try to reach this man and then reach this man expecting both of us to do this for free? It was a lot of nerve because I'm like, there's some people that are just self-entitled and think just because they ask for it, they're going to get it. Instead of I'm a grown-ass man and I should pay another grown-ass man for his service. Because I don't go around asking strangers for nothing unless it's an emergency, and I will try to compensate them for their time or their effort or their service. But there's some people that they don't get that. And I'm not talking about teenagers. I'm talking about grown-ass men and grown-ass women, because I've had one woman, could you help me with all these songs? Never mentioned about paying me. And that project would have went on for weeks. And her only form of payment was, I'll be active on your channel. I don't even know what that means. But again, be accountable for what you ask for and be responsible and pay people for their service. Don't expect, to be running around here asking strangers, total strangers, could you spend this amount of time or your time helping me? And the only thing we're going to get is a dry thank you. I think that lesson should have been learned at home, because my mother and daddy wasn't going to let me leave out the house begging somebody outside. That would be an embarrassment to them. It's like, why is this dude begging me when he got his mom and dad in the house, But that's how it should be. But, as time progresses, things kind of diminish. But, you have to pay for your request because, again, I don't have 2.5 to 3 hours. And let me share this story if I can, if the camera doesn't shut off. Because I'm trying to give you guys real life examples of people. It's like, damn, Morris, man, you're right. These guys wasn't thinking. I had another guy. He seen an old video of my tabbing service at that time for, I think, $15. And that had to been at least 4 years ago. And you can't go back and remember all the videos you did and remove some of them because they don't apply anymore. But what most thinking people would do is, I seen this video you posted several years ago. Is your price still the same? Because nothing stays the same. Price-wise, nothing stays the same. And that's what they should do. But instead, they're going to go ahead and chime into the 6-year-old video. And then I told the gentleman, I said, well, now it's $20, so I'm going to need $5 more. Well, the video said it was $15, and I don't think it's fair. I said, you know what, man? Take your $5 and go somewhere else. Good luck with that. Because anybody else, the service that I'm rendering would charge you almost double if they're professional musicians like myself. But I'm like, we're not going to sit here and dispute over $5, man. This ain't no ghetto deal, I couldn't believe it. And what made me so pissed about that particular incident, the song that he wanted me to do was a live version. And in the live version, people tend to embellish it and add things randomly. So I had to catch all those random feels. And it took me over 3.5 hours to do that video. And he crying about $5. I did it for 15, and he crying about $5. I'm like, okay, every day is a learning experience for everybody, including myself. I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen ever again, But I just thought I would post this video because I just want everybody to be on the same page as far as, oh, yeah, I follow Morris Man channel. And if you have a special request, I just go through the tabbing service, and I'll get the song that I requested, instead of people come in. Is this the request line? Like I got 5-6 hours a day to give away for free. I don't. And I don't think none of you out there neither. It's kind of like you ask yourself, well, how would I want to be treated in this situation? Because, I think that's what helped keeps me grounded. Unless you run into somebody that's just got strange behavior and they want to be abused and treated like garbage. But I ask myself, how would I want someone to approach me? In this situation. And I say to myself, well, I think they, whatever. And that's kind of my guide. Because again, I'm not going to never ask anybody for some of their day. And it's really time consuming. And I don't even consider. Right out the gate, you ask, well, what do do you charge for your service? So you can't rely on everybody kind of thinking like the masses, because some people are way out there, so you got to make sure that they understand what this situation is, and this is the purpose of this video. I'm going to do these every other week because unfortunately I have to, so everybody understands before they ask for something that's going to take 2.5 hours of my day, which I don't have to give, and expect to get for free. On that note, I'm going to sign off until next time. Take care and thanks for watching.